Hi, hey, hello, and welcome to Be Real with Dr. Renee. This is a reality talk show where we help you guys reveal and heal through our support lines and community care. So let's get right into it. We have a dilemma here from my direct messages, and it reads: Hi, Dr. Renee, I'm Jenna. I'm 41 and I've been married to my husband Tom for 15 years. We have 2 kids and a pretty stable life. That sounds great, Jenna. But for the past year, I've developed really strong feelings for a guy I work with named Ethan. He's 39, also married, and has kids. Mm-mm. We haven't done anything physical, but we text constantly, talk late at night, and share things that we don't even tell our spouses. It's like we just get each other, she says. Honestly, I feel alive for the first time in years. My marriage to Tom isn't awful, but it's become really routine and disconnected. Honey, that's how it is after 15 years. Okay. I feel guilty even writing this, but I can't stop thinking about what it would be like to be with Ethan instead. I'm so torn. Is this real love, or am I just trying to escape my marriage? Should I confess everything to Tom or end things with Ethan and try to fix my marriage? Or is it selfish to blow up 2 families for my own happiness? Please help me figure this out. I don't know what to do. Be real with me, Dr. Renee. Okay. Jenna. Let's talk about this, okay? I'm going to be as real with you as I can. I first off want to tell you that your feelings are completely valid. Um, Completely valid. So go ahead and throw guilt out the window, okay? Go ahead and get rid of the guilt. Guilt is a horrible, horrible emotion, and it can affect every single thing that you do. We are human and we have human emotions, okay? So I want to address where you said you've been married for 15 years and it's very routine and disconnected. I'm going to be real with you here. After 15 years, things do become routine, boring, disconnected. Not everyone gets that way, but most people do. And especially if you've gone through a lot of things, throughout your marriage and your life together, a lot of times it's just easier to disconnect. He has his life, you have your life, and then you just kind of come together whenever you get a chance to when you're not busy. So I get the whole disconnected part, okay? I really, really do. Now, it's not uncommon to get feelings for someone else when you're married to someone. Just because you get married doesn't mean that your feelings or your temptations towards anyone else just suddenly stop because you love this other person so much. It just doesn't. Um, it'll stop for a while, but everyone gets temptations. Everyone is wondering, is the grass greener on the other side? So I get where you're coming from there. Now, Jenna, I will say, thank goodness you haven't done anything physical because there is no coming back from that whatsoever. Once you've crossed a physical line, there's no coming back, okay? Even if, by say, you end up falling in love with your husband again and then he ends up finding out but he forgives you, like, that's just never going to go away. Like, that's always going to be in his head. It's always going to be an issue. Not to mention all kind of things can happen. Pregnancy, a lot of things. And I'm very glad that you feel alive for the first time in years. I myself was chronically ill for a long period of time. I still am, just not as bad. But I was very ill, bedridden, and I wasn't able to do anything. So I get where you say you feel alive for the first time. That's completely normal. Okay. Now, I'm not sure if you're a Christian or not, but I'm a Christian, and it does say in the Bible that you're supposed to respect your marriage, respect your husband. But to be honest, Jenna, are you guys like, how would you feel about trying some sort of counseling? If he would go to it, do you feel that your marriage is worth saving? And I'm not even talking about Ethan right at the moment. I'm just talking about you and your husband. Is that relationship worth saving? And I'm not speaking about the children. Um, Children do need a husband, wife, mother, father. Um, However, mother and father are also people too. They're not just mother and father. So, if you feel that you still love your husband and you couldn't see yourself being without him, talk to him. You don't necessarily have to tell him about how you feel towards someone else, because clearly there's a disconnect in the marriage and there's something going on there. So just talk to him and just tell him how you feel, see how he feels. And if you guys decide to work together, with a counselor or some self help, anything like that, I highly recommend doing that. Now, however, on the other hand, if for some reason you don't think that your husband is what you want for the rest of your life, not even talking about Ethan, just not even talking about him right now. But if you feel like that your husband is not who you thought he was, or maybe you guys have just both changed so much that you can't be simpatico no matter what, you know, it may be time to take a step back and kind of reassess how you feel towards your husband. Okay. And if you really feel that Ethan or no Ethan, that you just don't want the marriage, then you need to be honest with your husband. You need to tell him just straight up how it is, how you feel. You don't have to mention the Ethan. Okay, you don't. Just tell him this is not working for you. You've done everything that you can, so you think that you guys might need a little separation just to kind of see how you feel and go from there. But as far as your husband, my be real advice here is you have to talk to him. It does not matter whether you decide to stay, whether you decide to go, it doesn't matter. You have to talk to him. Okay? So you need to figure out what you're going to say, how you feel, and what you're going to do. Now, I want to bring back up the subject when you said you feel alive. That is wonderful, okay? Because we are not just mothers, we are not just wives, we're not just women, we're not just career oriented, we're not just a homemaker. We're a person and we have needs and we need to feel alive because we only get one life, okay? So I totally get that. But when you're married, you are supposed to make yourself feel alive. Hun, that's what's going on here, okay? You need to make yourself happy. You have been turning to someone else to fill that void for you. You have to work on yourself and love yourself. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, Ethan, if he's going to cheat with you, even if it's an emotional affair, if he's going to cheat with you, he's going to cheat on you, honey. Okay? You need to stop that right now. It doesn't matter what happens in your marriage. Ethan needs to be done for. Okay? Ethan needs to go on back home to his wife and his kids. All right? And let them figure that out. Because right now you're in a confused state. And you need to figure out what you want. And you need to make yourself happy. You need to love you. You have not loved yourself for a long time. You've put everyone else above you. Now it's time to put your needs as the forefront of very importance. Okay? So, yes. Be real advice, yes. It's very selfish to break up two marriages for how you feel about someone. There are billions or millions of people on this earth. Okay? Do not break up a family for this. Don't. Work on yourself. Either work on your marriage or either end it. Work on yourself. All right? And when the time comes, you will find someone that'll make you feel extra alive. Make yourself feel alive. That's my greatest advice for you, Jenna. And okay, guys, we have wrapped up this episode of Be Real with Dr. Renee, the reality talk show where we help you guys reveal and heal through our support lines and community care. So, as always, tomorrow is a new day and you matter. Thank you, Jenna, for messaging in, and good luck, sweetie.